Hello again, DB here. This is December the 13th, 2011. It's Tuesday evening. Just wanted to make a quick little video tonight. Talk about a few things going on, that, wow, when's enough, Uncle already, wow. Yeah, talking about all the shit going on. I mean, from the Occupy movement to the global financial crisis, Europe's going to collapse, yada yada. Man, the Middle East ready to explode into who knows what kind of a war. Probably conventional to start with, but escalate to tactical nuclear. It's hard to say. The crazy people running this planet, man, anything's possible. But yeah, it's hard to put it all in perspective. I start to watch a little bit of mainstream media, just keeping an eye on the enemy. And I noticed with the Occupy movement's happening around the country, different cities around the world even. But man, the mainstream sellout media whores, they talk down on them big time. That's just like, and that's mainly the right wing, of the false right-left paradigm. And it was just the opposite with the Tea Party, the Tea Party movement that popped up a few years ago. The fake left wing of the Democratic Party attacked all the Tea Party people, called them tea baggers or whatever. But it's all just a big sham, and it's so obvious. What it is they're trying to marginalize, demonize any movement that comes from what has been over the last 40 or 50 years, the silent majority. And that's what's happening. That's the problem, is the establishment has control of all the media outlets, and they're just wanting to pit, this group against that group and that group against this group. It's all to keep everybody divided. They don't want an organized resistance to the globalization of the world and the bringing about of their one world government. And that's got to be the reasons right now why we're seeing legislation coming out of Washington, D.C. Geared toward restricting the Bill of Rights, our main basic foundations. That it's the only thing left to keep us even able to speak out or carry a firearm or due process. It's just totally, they're getting ready to totally make that no longer an illusion. I mean, grant you, if they want to give you due process and you have enough money, you can get due process in a court of law. But you have to have enough money to get it. It's just not yours because you're a citizen. That's not true any longer. Hasn't been for years. But now it's just so blatant that they're not even trying to let the sheeple have the illusion that that there is some kind of Bill of Rights that's still intact. Because it's not there, and they're just passing legislation now, telling everybody, well, it's really not there, so get used to it. That NDAA crap that came out of the Senate is what I'm referring to mainly here, but yeah, folks, it's just enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. The media and the politicians and the owners that have pushed this globalization plan on us under the radar for several decades, and it's no longer under the radar anymore. But what gets me is the people. The right-left paradigm is such a strong illusion to break through for so many people. It really baffles me that it's people have to wake the hell up. We need numbers. The silent majority, like I said, isn't silent any longer. They're manifesting themselves in different ways, in different groups, but it's all geared toward pointing out that this country and the world is getting ready to be plunged into one hell of a slavish existence. We only have the illusion right now that you're free. You're free to work. You have your job. You make a little bit of money. You do this. You pay your bills. You buy this. You buy that. You do. That's as long as you have the ability to communicate freely and not be confined and confined. You know what I'm saying? You can still have the illusion that you're free, but you're not. We're not. We're allowed to have a little bit of the play money so we can think that we have some kind of a nice, happy life going on. But the money, that's the thing. The greed, you break it down. Greed is the beginning of the corrupting of your soul. Okay? Now, all the elites that have this huge amount of money, the Rothschilds, and, the Rockefellers, all those people, they've had their fortunes for centuries, over a century at least. Most of these old wealth families, they're not. The greed isn't the thing now for them anyway. It's all about control, the ability to control the entire planet. And man, once they get that total control, we all know, I mean those of us that understand what the hell's been going on and continues to happen, they're going to start getting rid of us. You're going to live on subsistence because they're going to use food as a weapon in the end. By the time we get to that point in the game that they're playing on us, food is going to be the trump card that they try to totally, encampments and prison and the FEMA camp thing, the whole deal. But before they actually go into the full bore eugenics and population reduction on massive scale. But food is going to be the way that they're going to eliminate a lot of people that are in the world right now. Make no mistake about it. That, you can have all... I'm a firm believer in guns and ammo and everything for protection. But if you don't have access to food and fresh water, what are you going to do? What the hell are you going to do then? If people aren't thinking like that right now, a lot of us are, but for the most part, many don't and aren't thinking that way. But that's what the game's going to come down to. It's they're going to use food as a weapon against the people of the world, and be ready for it. Be prepared for it because it is coming. It's just a matter of time. They've got to finish knocking off their next 4 or 5 moves, crash the world economy and make everybody broke and dependent, and then we'll head there. Anyway, I've just been rambling on. Didn't really have a complete plan of what I was going to say tonight. I just haven't made a video for a while. It just builds up, and then finally I get this urge. It's like, but you say something. Damn it, say something. A lot of people feel that way, and I just want to share the way it is. I hope everyone understands, you know, because it's really going to get serious in the next year or so. Well, that's about all I had to say tonight. Excuse me. Be safe. Thanks for your time. Have a great evening.